Excellent. So happy Earth Day, everybody, and welcome to the Ontario Underwater Explorers virtual dive. Tonight, our dive plan will be Welcome, which is happening right now. We're going to have a little review of our current dive plan for the season and show which charters have slots. Louis, our dive director, has put together an excellent schedule for us this year. And Louis again will be presenting Dive Phuket from Thailand. This time he's got some video. Last time we did see some stills, and he's got a little bit of an update on that for us. And then afterwards, we're just gonna, discuss amongst ourselves what people are doing for the weekend. Maybe some shore dives, maybe a pickup dive somewhere. So I'm going to just let you guys know that we've been 55 years in the making. Outside of the lockdowns, we get together like this and do it in a pool, a real pool that's 17 foot deep. And that's at the Etobicoke Olympium in Toronto. And for now, we get together virtually and share information like this and maybe talk about what people are going to be doing on weekends to do some pickup dives in the area. So with that, I'm going to just show our current dive schedule. Let me just move this out of the way. We have 4 spots available for Tobermory, and that's a 2-day weekend dive in July. Picton, 1 spot available. That's in July as well. Tobermory, second trip in August, quite a few spots available. And just let Louis know if you are interested in joining one of those, whether you're an OUE member or if you're a guest joining or someone who's looking at this recording later. Our Brockville charter is full. So last weekend, a new member joined and took that spot. So that's great. We're all set for Brockville in September. Moving on, oh, no, we're not at the service interval yet. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing and introduce Louis Dagenais, who is our dive director. Louis has been with our club for a bit. He's our dive director, a bit. And tonight he's gonna talk with us and share the trip he made to Thailand. And he assures me that it's gonna be exciting because there's video. So take it away, Louis.
Thank you, Ro. So I guess, first of all, are you seeing my screen? I would assume so.
I see a big river delta, yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll start, this presentation this way. So, and I'll just give you, a bit of a story or history. So I restarted to dive in, started to dive in 2017. And I went to Thailand with Jose, my wife, for kind of 2 weeks, 3 weeks kind of thing. And I guess we were in Phuket. And so I did my advance because I spent 2 days while in vacation with my wife. I spent 2 days diving in Phuket. So, and after that, in a year ago or year and a half ago, I said there's a couple of things I wanted to do again. I wanted to go back to Phuket to dive, and I wanted to go on the boat, which is called the Junk. So with people that I know, Steve and Annie, and another group of diver, basically I send an email and say who is interested to come. And at the end of last year in February, we were 3. So Steve Camacho, Annie, and me, and I guess we basically up and the air. I'll show you I'll start showing you a few things, and I guess you may also already know Phuket kind of thing and Patton Beach kind of thing. But here's what I guess the week looked like. So I guess I left personally. I left on February the 20, at the 1:20 in the morning of the day, and I guess I came back on March, the 2nd. So roughly 13, 14 days kind of thing if you count it. The flight was 22 hours, and I flew from Toronto to Hong Kong and from Hong Kong to Phuket. Steve and Annie decided to cancel the Cathay Pacific flight and fly to Korea instead of things, or South Korea, sorry, Korea. So, and because the kind of Hong Kong COVID-19 was starting kind of thing. But I have to be honest, I arrived in Hong Kong at 6 o'clock in the morning. The place was deserted. There was nobody anywhere. You off off the plane, take a couple corridor. Everybody had mask and everything. You go through, I guess, security again. You go in the launch on the other side. And 2 hours after, you're on your flight and are on the way to Phuket. So, and same thing on the way back, I think. So it's there was a Hong Kong was a non-issue, I think. If there was a place where you could have caught something, it's more so at the airport in Phuket, because there was a lot of people and everybody was very cozy. Let's put it that way. So just show you. This is basically quick map. And any question, just ask. So I made a small map. I guess trip was divided in 2 sections, Toronto, Hong Kong. Like I say, 15, 16 hours flight, left at 1 o'clock kind of in the morning, arrived at 6 a.m. I guess there was a layover of kind of a 2 hours and change, 2 hours and a half. 8:30, left Hong Kong to go to Phuket, arrived there at 11:20. And just for you, Phuket is a place, it's how should I describe Phuket? A lot of people go to Phuket because they just want to go to party. Okay? So there's different places in Phuket. The map basically show you kind of 4 different area. So you have the top right is what they call, my mouse doesn't work. Yes, it does. Okay, Old Phuket, I think. So it's more like if you go to Jamaica, main town, and you see all the houses in different colors, kind of thing. It's very neat, very clean, kind of thing places. Okay, you go to the bottom part, so and that's basically where the boats are. So it's called Chalong Pier. That's where you take all the boat taxi, and you go to Fifi Island, for example. Okay, the southern part, that's where I guess the things are. Then if you go to I'll call that in bracket, the more expensive beach, I guess around Phuket, you go to Caron Beach, I think. And the other beach is where we were at Patton Beach. And it's a question of the way the street is set up. Patton Beach it's kind of the Las Vegas of Phuket or Thailand, I think. So you go there and I guess anything go. It's that street kind of thing, which I guess I don't know if I have another map of it. But just to give you an example, so I call it Tangala Road. Okay, so the road is shop, massage parlor, bar, restaurant. You can buy anything, kind of thing, cheap. You want a tattoo? I think Annie got I guess a nice, not a lion, but I guess a wolf tattoo. He spent 8 hours in the tattoo chair, I think, to get that. But he paid what, $800? If he had the same tattoo in Toronto, he would have paid like $2,500.
Huh, that's great.
Yeah, so again, there's a lot of stuff. You go, it's a fun place, and there's everything for for everybody, kind of thing. Personally, meaning I like the street. Meaning massage is a very popular thing in Thailand, kind of thing. I got a massage, kind of thing. So that was my one thing. And I guess the bottom picture is there was a nice bar with pizza, and you can get a nice glass of wine and just look, I guess, on the street, and the beach is on the other side. So it's a fun place, a great place. There's again a lot of stuff for anybody. I think. So that's the map. But meaning the funny part of the pictures, kind of thing, that's my other trip in Thailand. We went to I guess a park, so you can see the chimpanzee kind of thing scratching his head, because you go to that place and sometimes you do scratch your head by what you're seeing. I can just tell you that. Okay. It is. But on the other hand, you see the bottom. That's one of the temple that they have in the old Phuket and everything. Again, it's night and days in Thailand or in a lot of places, including Phuket. Okay. So, but again, it's a place I've been, and I do want to. I would be definitely going back. So when you look at the schedule, what we did is the first couple of days we did, I guess, day diving. So we use a company called All4 Diving, and we left from Chalong Pier, and we went to the area of Fifi Island. So this is the boat, very nice boat. They're a 5-star petty. I think very professional. And here's basically from Chalong Pier. Where do you go is you go just around here and you do. So depending on the day of the week, I think you'll do Anamon Reef, King Cruiser, Shark Point, Kobida, Kobida Nook, kind of thing, and so on. So personally, I did 3 days, 2 at the front end and 1 at the back end. And the unfortunate part versus 2017 is the visibility was not as great. Last year, the current like kind of switch over kind of thing, and it brought a lot too much plankton or what kind of thing, but you could see about 25, 30-ish feet, and the water has a greenish color kind of thing versus the nice blue. So it was not the greatest condition, but you go there and you never know, right? So, but again, the boat, a lot of people, nice feature. You end up you start on the boat at 8. They pick up at your hotel. You arrive at the boat 8 o'clock, 8:30. You leave. You put your stuff. You get breakfast. You get lunch on the boat, kind of thing. And I guess it's very fun. Example. So back end. So Annie is the person the top left, Steve top right, me bottom right, and then that's Elena and France, 2 French speaking person, because don't forget Thailand was a kind of in bracket an ex French colony, eh? So and I guess that's when I did my 100 and 101 dive kind of thing. I did it with them on the kind of the 3rd days. So all in all, meaning that the front end it's fun, it's a great place, and you can visit, you can dive, you can do a lot of things in Phuket. Here's an example on the boat, some of the island that we did. Example, those are their map, I think, and I took picture with my iPhone, I think with my phone of those places. So Kobida is the bottom one, which looks like a Nem, so on. And Dagenei is the one which is kind of the big peak kind of thing to the right. And it's basically, it's a wall face. So you just, the boat just stop at the kind of thing either here, okay, which is this part here, okay, and on this island kind of thing, they stop just in that area here where you have the round. And depending who you are, and you ask your, I guess, your dive master or the person goes with you, I guess people can go into like 45 feet of water, or you can go to 90 feet of water. So in this case, in Kobida, where you want to go is you want to go around here, which is 75 feet, 80 feet, because that's where you can see some of the large, I guess you call it pelagic, okay, I guess fish there. Thing. And if you go in the, I guess so that's what basically we did with get there. So you see a couple sharks, okay, large. We didn't see any whale shark though, okay, because it was too early, kind of a front end of the season, and I guess there was none there. So again, the front end was very nice. Hotel, very straightforward, thing like everywhere in Asia, okay, cheap. Price of a hotel at that time was on a day basis was $60. Okay, so Annie and I guess we're in the same room kind of thing. So basically it was kind of $30 a day, I think, for that. And okay, and you want to pay it that more, I guess you have the DoubleTree, you have the Elton by the beach, where I guess again then you pay $90 kind of thing a day per day, I think. No issue. You have to watch traffic though, because they do go fast in their scooter and their car, and crossing a street can be, I guess, a challenge from time to time. So when we finished that, what we did is, and the main reason I wanted to go there is I wanted to go on that boat. So it's called the Junk. And what they do is that you go to the Similan Island, you go to Richelieu Rock, Surin, and you go to see Manta Rays. So, and it will show you that. And the story about the junk is, I'm not sure if some of you will remember the James Bond movie called, I guess, the Man with the Golden Gun, Scaramanga. Okay, that was filmed in Phuket, and the boat that he was on when he went to the island is the junk. After the film, it was basically settled, became a merchant ship, and then bought back, and now it's, I guess, kind of a scuba boat. So that's why I'll show you now. I guess the last a year ago, I guess we didn't want to present video, but I guess I have you'll see, I guess, a decent video about what, the boat. But first, that's what we were there to see, Manta Rays. Okay, we saw some very nice, again, the water, you can see by the color of water kind of thing, was not the typical dark blue sea 150 feet kind of thing. It was a greenish one, a bit with a lot of stuff in it. And from the boat, I guess we were going into a zodiac and then basically go on each side and come back. So, and that was the fellow that was, I guess, our dive guide. And he's a UK or Irish guy, kind of thing. So I'll just start this.
All right, good.
You got it?
water on it? Good question.
So I'll say that was after that we came back on, I guess, on the Friday night to Patton Beach. The next day, the Saturday, I guess I dove for another day. Sunday was a day of break before flight, and on Monday you up on the plane and you come back home with another 22, 24 hours flight kind of thing.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it's a long flight. I'll just stop that. I'll stop sharing. Wow.
So, Louis, what were the water temperatures and currents like?
The couple places, the water temperature, yeah, 20, that's okay. In I guess in Celsius, 23-ish kind
Super
of thing.
warm.
So it was the water was warm. Was not that it was well. It's not like Cozumel where it's very warm kind of thing. So the 80 plus Fahrenheit. Okay, but I think it was more like these. I'll call that the 76. So that's 76 would be more like the 21 to 23 degrees Celsius kind of thing. Okay, and as far as current, there's a couple. You saw that I guess on a couple place there was some current. Okay, not everywhere. There was two places, Richelieu, there was a fair amount of current there, and yet you fought it. And when we saw the Manta Rays, we had basically, we were in a kind of a, I'll call that like a dead end, like a cul-de-sac kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, and there, I guess you had to basically to grip the rock to stay in place. Otherwise, the current take you away, right? So that we had some some stuff to work, and you can see that also the difference in the watercolor, because where you had a lot of current, there was kind of a lot of stuff, silt kind of thing in the water. I think so. The visibility was not as great as it should have been. Okay, so that's a question of timing and where you go and things like in current. And they say that a year ago, it's sometimes the current reversed, and that was a year like that. So there was a lot of stuff coming back in their area versus. So, but all in all, meaning first time I saw manta rays are great to see. First time ever I see those creature and everything. They're huge. And everything.
Hmm.
The the span is what 20 about 20 feet from one end to the other. I think, and they like they're curious beast, eh?
Uh-huh.
Because you saw that they were turning around, right? They because they saw, I don't know, the shadow or whatever of the diver kind of thing, and then zoop, they started to turn, to swing around, they come, and when someone was trying to get too close, right? You saw that, and I think, say, wait a second, right? They open up and then they swing to the left or to the right. So and meaning you saw what one, two, three, four type of eel, not eel, but
All right.
uh, moray, right? I think so. The tiger one, the one with, well, they have all
The
spots
black
kind of
one,
thing, but
that's pretty cool.
yeah. So uh, lobster then kind of thing. You had some, I guess, the pieuvre, which is the what you saw the cuttlefish. You call it. It's not I guess a pieuvre, but the other one with the octopus. Pieuvre is octopus.
Cuttlefish.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cuttlefish. There was octopus. Gee, there was everything. Jack kind of thing, yellowtail, and at one of time, meaning everything. They're all lined up in the current kind of thing, and you're just beside. You go through, and then they reform behind you, right? I think so. Yeah, it was fun, right? Then we did two dives in the morning, one in the afternoon, and if you want, you do a night dive. So 4 dives a day. So it was like a 4 days, 4 nights kind of thing. So it's kind of 3 days of diving, because the last day is only one dive when I guess you're upping back to the shore. So that's where I guess uh, the the museum, underwater museum, and you saw all the water was bad kind of thing. The water was it was that's the other thing is depth. Okay, most of the time we were about 60 feet.
Hmm.
Okay, exception at the back end where I guess we were in 24 feet kind of thing at the museum. So
There was
again, it.
there was one point there where you seemed to be in some very large square blockish kind of things. What was that?
That's the museum.
Ah, okay.
That's what I'd say. So they drop a couple, I guess, World War II trucks, motor Harley Davidson motorcycle, the square. Then they made basically like a flat with some over thing. There's a barge that is just close by, and that's where I guess the more eel kind of thing one was in it kind of thing, the yellow one kind of thing or the white one, and fish. I think that's the place. I think so. And for me, I see all those you talk about nudie branch kind of thing. You can see it them. I think there was one. Even the how do you call those thing? The small the seahorse, right? I mean, personally I didn't see the seahorse, okay, but you can see that there was a lot of stuff to see over there, okay, a lot. So would I go back? Yes, definitely. What time of year? I guess first 2017, I went there, I guess late November. Water was colder, to be honest, okay, but much clearer. You could see way further out. If you want to see Manta Ray, we went February, mid-February to beginning of March. I think if I was to go back, I would go later, I think April, I think like maybe the second week of April, just before May, because that's the time where I guess you have a chance in the southern part. So Fifi Island, I guess we went, I guess on the day trip, you have a chance that you could see a whale shark.
When is
So,
their rainy season, Louis, or do they have?
yeah, they do have one thing starting, I guess later on, like the July to October-ish, I think, is the rain season. So you don't want to go when you want to book there kind of thing. You see, it's rain season, it's monsoon, right? So it can be very harsh, very quick, but it's very humid. That's the thing. That's where the key difference. In Asia, kind of thing, monsoon means it's very, very humid kind of thing. And when it rained for 10 minutes, but very hard, from what I understand. So, and it's a cheap, I mean, total cost, airfare, hotel, 3 day scuba, the boat for 4 night, five kind of thing. Meals cost me what, $4,000 total.
Including
So,
the airfare?
yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Did
for
you
two.
go during COVID, Louis, or just went just before it hit? So when was it?
I came back on March 2nd.
Oh, so you were in the middle of COVID, no?
Well, I guess I was the front end of it. Okay. In Asia, they were kind of also they were not in the middle of it. I think even Phuket, nobody, some people were wearing masks, but they did check your temperature at the front end when you get in the airport. But everything was very, very casual.
I noticed during the meal time, it seemed people were separated, but no masking.
Yeah, we're kind of thing. I want to say that we're keeping our distance, but meaning, two guys come from Holland, they were together kind of thing. The guy with his girlfriend was on the other side. The newlywed was on the other. Carla, who from I guess Australia kind of thing, was kind of with us and with other kind of thing. So we had we were mixing, but at one of time, I mean, we were also keeping some level of distance, right? So, but again, everything went very well. Plane, gee whiz, I could sleep. I had, I guess, a full row on the side. So basically, you get the armrest up kind of thing, and you lay down, and I guess have a nice sleep kind of thing, right? So, but man, I love. I will go back tomorrow. Okay, different time on same boat, maybe, or they have another one called the fishy boat, or yeah, so which is a different similar boat, I think. Not the front, another, yeah, the bow is different, longer, I think, but it's basically the same setup, and you can get 2 nights, so 3 days, which is 2 nights. You can get 5 days, which is 4 nights, or you can get 8 days, which is 7 nights. I would do the 8 days, 7 nights next time. Okay, less in town and more on the boat. I would do definitely that. Okay, but if I go there, I'll go for 40. You have to go there for 2 weeks because you lose 2 days in travel, right? It's 24 hours, I think, airfare. Okay, whichever you weigh, whether you go Toronto, Hong Kong, or you go to Toronto, Seoul, Seoul, Phuket, right? 2017, we did Toronto, Vancouver, uh, Narita, which is Japan, and Japan to Phuket. And then on the way back, we did Bangkok to Narita, and from Narita to Toronto. So those are long trips on
How
the
did
plane.
you feel after those long flights?
Pardon me?
How did you feel after those long flights?
Me, I have no problem with that. That's why, meaning for me, 1 o'clock in the morning, take a plane, and waking up, 11 o'clock, and noon time, I guess, in the other country, it's perfect for me. Meaning the first day, the afternoon, I guess I went out for, I guess the other one were not there yet, I think. So I went out and on Bangala Street, went to the beach, come back, find, I guess, a convenience store where I can buy, I guess, a couple beers, something to eat to bring back to the, I guess, the hotel room. And then at 12 o'clock, I guess, then I had a bit of a nap, and I woke up at, what, 9 o'clock. People knock at the door, and then I guess we various stuff, and the next morning, I guess we were diving.
Mhm.
So for me, it's not a big issue. My wife will say that I'll sleep about anywhere. So
Well, that was great, Louis. Thanks for sharing that video and the details behind the trip.
mhm.
You mentioned the pricing as well, so that's great, and also the best time to go.
Right.
Yeah, one of our previous speakers, the travel agent, I've forgotten her name now.
Cynthia?
Cynthia, that's it. She could surely help anybody who wants to try and get there.
Louis,
And
I had a question too. Like when you showed a quick map of the book, how were the actual, and you said you had no problem sleeping, but how were the actual sleeping or the cabins? Like, because that doesn't look like a huge ship.
it's nice. I'll just go because I do have, I guess, other picture I'll find. Meaning we were 3 in the same cabin. Okay, so Steve, Annie, and I. So because you have the choice of 3 type of cabin. So for 2, okay, for 3, or for 4. And the superficie, the size of the cabin is about, okay,
Okay.
maybe 10, 12, 14 feet long
Really?
by 8 and change. Yeah, about 8 because it's 2 narrow bed, and you also have, I guess, your shower and I guess your little washroom.
That sounds pretty big. 15
So
feet
it
by
was it was not that crampy. Okay, it's a those are nice size kind of thing, and the total is 18 because you have 2 that are 4, that's 8, 2 that are 3, that's thing. So that's 8 plus 6, that's 14, and 2 that are 2, that's 4. 14 plus 4, 18. And as far as the crew, you saw, I guess there was at least a dozen thing crew. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 helper for scuba. 1, 2, 3, 4 Jerome, Brian, Lady, and Marco. That's 4 kind of thing divers. And then you have the captain with his 2 assistants.
So were there crew cabins
Yes.
well then?
Yes, at the back end. There was a section at the back end of the boat that I guess we did not have access because it was them kind of thing on the boat.
So in your cabin, did you have like bunks or racks, or like if 3 in a cabin, that seems tight.
Yeah, well, there was, I guess, on one side it's kind of a bunk bed, yes. Okay, so on one side, the top one, lower one. On the other side, just one. Okay, and the width is more like it's like a single bed, so it's me 37 inch, 39 inch wide. kind of thing. And meaning long enough so that my feet are not, I guess, out, right? So it's, again, and you have to put all your stuff under your bed, right? So you bring one luggage, one scuba bag with all your stuff that you leave outside, and I guess everything else kind of thing in one other bag that you put under your bed. So yeah, meaning I saw some other places much bigger cabin, but meaning then you pay $5,000 for a week, right? Because just the junk for that 5 days 4 nights is $1,500.
And my rule of vacation is the room is not important because you're not spending too much time in it anyway.
Yeah, but you still want to have a certain level of comfort, right? I think.
Like you said, you can sleep anywhere, right?
Yeah, but sleeping in a hammock kind of thing between two poles, maybe I pass that.
I would like that.
I think I would like
I would
that
like
on
that.
a boat that's rocking. That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hey, next time I'll ask them if they can set it up.
I love my hammock.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would do that kind of thing. I'll go see if I can find some picture of the boat. Bear with me a second. Because the junk, the
How many people on the call have dove in Asia other than Louis? Yeah, I've never been to Asia. We almost went to Japan, like Truck Lagoon, remember? Yeah, we ended up going to Honduras instead. Most of the diving has been on this side of the world.
Such a long flight. I don't know if I could do it. I don't sleep when I'm on a plane like Louis. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, it is worth it, to be honest. I'm just trying to find destinations, Fifi Island. Some of
I
the
haven't,
picture.
but I want to dive in Malaysia, which is my parents' hometown, and also in Japan too.
Like
And Thailand.
Japan as in Okinawa kind of thing, or?
I think so. I've heard a couple places in Japan are really nice, and also I want to go to Japan anyways. So
Nice.
Louis, is this the room?
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's not bad.
I like that.
Whoops, sorry.
It looks very big.
Yes, it is. That's what it is.
And do you guys draw straws to see who got the top bunk?
Yeah. I guess the first one that arrived, kind of thing. Everybody rushed to. Yes. So you got, yeah. So say that's the 4.
So there's the 4, yeah.
Okay.
how do you even climb up there though?
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
right.
you have something on the side, kind of thing. You can.
Oh,
You step on the person underneath you.
yeah.
Yeah, you go back there. So you find it faster than me. So.
Well, Bill and I were on a liveaboard in Florida. It was a 75-foot boat. And Bill, I think there was 10 of us on that boat.
Hmm.
And those, like this, what you're showing right there, Louis,
Mhm.
that's a luxury. We were in like little cubby holes. But again, at the end of the day, most of the time we were out on deck or diving. So.
I did the Blackbeard in the Bahama,
Mm.
right? Meaning, Bahama, basically, you have a bunk,
Yes.
okay, and that's it, right? I think so. So it's a tad, it's a tad different, I think, than this. But again, and that's the thing in Asia. Meaning, it's the other one is I think Brent, you went a Rajampat.
No, I didn't do the Rajampat. I did the Philippines.
Oh. I thought nobody else went to Asia.
Well, I couldn't get a word in. So.
Sorry, man. I'm just a loudmouth.
So no,
Yeah,
but it's very, very similar.
Same kind of visibility.
Yeah, our water temperature, we were in the north, the water temperature was probably
well,
around
something to think
80.
about. We just
went-
need,
and
I
then
guess we
motored
know
a
where
little
to
bit
go. I know the
south,
place.
and it was maybe 82, and it made
I
a
know the
difference.
people.
Wow.
Again, not been there very
know,
long,
if you're
but I
doing
guess
5
I know a
dives a
couple
day,
places.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
At the
You
end
want
of the
to go,
day, you would be
it's fairly
cold in
easy
the
to-
north,
to
and then the
arrange.
south, we were okay.
Yeah. Not necessarily
nice.
these
82
days.
sounds
but-
nice.
in the
It
future,
was nice.
Mhm.
right? Yeah,
let's
John,
say
if you're still on the
2023.
junk kind of
Well,
thing,
as
you can,
di-
there's
as
the
dive
lower
director, you know,
deck
you can set it up for
piece.
2-3 years
You
out.
can see the
Yeah,
rooms.
that's
Oh,
it.
that's nice.
Make it a club dive.
That's
Club dive.
This is a
depressing that we
picture
won't
of,
even say
Blackbeard.
2022.
So all you,
I
like
know.
these
Yeah.
bunks are like, like
Very
this is the living
depressing.
area to the right.
I
And
don't
all
want to
you
go
have
there
to
in
separate
2022.
yourself
I
is
want to
that
go
curtain,
back to
so you don't have your
Cozumel
own
and I
room.
want to go to Bonaire. That's my next
Looks
one.
very cozy.
Yeah, I was in one of them. The best one is the one in the where you eat. Okay, because instead you see two I guess ed things, but very often you're alone in it. So it's just water. It's much wider than the one in the front end of the boat in the bow. The bow are very skinny thing, and it's almost that you sleep, I guess, on the floor.
But it was interesting. We did, when we went to the Philippines, we did Toronto to Manila direct. And it was about 19 or 20 hours, but we went over a northern route,
Oh,
you know, over
Arctic.
over the Arctic and then
Nice.
down.
Yeah, if I can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the next one
You
I
should
want
be
to
able to.
go is this one. It's the Fini.
That's too
So-
luxurious.
No, it's same price. Okay, just you see the boat same color kind of thing, but meaning it's the beam of the boat is wider. And you
Yeah.
have, okay, and you have a lot of so, but it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go, and that one do the northern part and you do the south part. So that's why you can have a trip and stay like 10 days on the boat.
The rooms look much bigger in that one though.
But you know, photography can do amazing things to.
Yes, that too. Yes.
So-
Yeah. You have to go see, you have to be on the boat kind of thing in order to, to figure it out. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, that boat contains, it's for 18 people. Same thing.
I was just gonna say, Louis, thank you very much for sharing your trip to Thailand with us. And hopefully after this lockdown, we can all get out there and see some of those wonderful images.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank
now I'm
you.
gonna stop
Thank you,
sharing
Louis.
or stop recording. So now you guys can say bad things about anybody, so it's not recorded. I think everybody was just worried about that. Wait, I wanted to show the tanks. That's my tanks. See that?
Nice. That's custom. Yeah.
Night. Thanks for joining us. But
Yeah, you're starting to write like me.
no,